all eyes are going to be on the Steelers quarterbacks. Both guys are coming in with chips on their shoulders, something to prove. It didn't work out for either one at the last stop. So, they're both coming in highly motivated, and the question is, which one of these quarterbacks do you feel have the bigger chip on their shoulder and has more to play for this year? For me, I would say I don't think there's a wrong answer here because, like I said, both guys are coming in highly motivated. They were both counted out and things like that. So for me, I would say Russell Wilson. I would think Russell Wilson would have a bigger chip on his shoulder and would want to prove more because of just him already doing it. Him being at the mountaintop, which is reaching the Super Bowl, winning it. Playing at a high level. When he was doing his thing, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the game at that time. So when you already reached that point in your career, people were talking about you as one of the best quarterbacks playing in the game right now. At that point, like I said, winning a Super Bowl, playing a game at a high level, and then all of a sudden, people just say you're washed up, you can't do it no more. And for Russell, I know, well, I don't know, but I could just imagine, if you still have that same mind frame, you still have that same mind frame that you had when you were playing at a high level. You still train the same way like you were training when you were playing at a high level. Everything's the same mentally, for you. You're saying, hey, I'm still going about it just like I was in Seattle. And I'm still motivated. I'm still focused the same way as I was in Seattle. And because that's when he played his best ball. So, and now people's telling me father time and I'm washed up. I can't do it no more. And it's over for me, but I'm still motivated. I'm still going at it like it's, like it's my second, third, like I'm still fresh. And I know that can be frustrating when you're still training and you're still working hard and people just counting you out. The Denver stop didn't go good at all. The second year, he bounced back pretty decent. But I think the first year kind of, put a bad taste in people's mouth, and people didn't really realize that he did some pretty good things in the second year. With the touchdown to interception ratio. He was benched towards the end of the year, but that was not due to play. That was financial things. But if you're not paying attention and you're not looking at the numbers and looking at Russell's play, you would think that he was benched due to performance. So if you look at it, man, he beat some good teams. In their house. He went in there, man, and beat Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, so he did some things. He beat the top quarterbacks. He stepped up his level of play when it was time, so, and in his mind, he still has it. So he's going to be motivated and ready. A lot of people gave up on him. Like I said, he was benched in Denver. People saying some things. I just don't think that him and Sean Payton was a mix. The offensive style just wasn't Russell's, and Payton just wanted to do what he wanted to do, and things just don't, it just don't work out. Just because you have a quarterback with a name and he's done some things, and you have a coach who's done some things with another quarterback, don't mean it's gonna equal success. And that's just the case in Denver. Don't mean that Russell's washed or things like that. It just didn't work out. But you never know. That's why the Steelers signed Russell. And then you can just from the signing with the Steelers as well, taking the veteran minimum, he didn't argue about the money. He just say, I'll take whatever I could get. And because I know I still have it, and I'm going to show you that I'm not washed, and that Denver stint, you know, don't even worry about that. So I think Russell's going to be coming in, you know, highly motivated, pole position. Like Mike Tomlin says, he's probably going to get the first crack at it. So, you know, anytime people give up on you when you still feel like you have it, I can just imagine the fire that is lit under Russell, just because of all the negativity and all, you know, the people, all the doubts and everything. So it's going to be interesting to see how he comes in and goes about the season, you know, with the Steelers. And then on the other hand, you got Justin Fields, you know, who has the bus. You know, he has that bus word. He has the bus label put on him, and that's hard, you know, for a young player, you know, to get that, especially when you come out of college and you were a high prospect. People were talking about Fields being the next great quarterback and things like that. You know, Chicago's happy when they drafted Fields, you know, thinking that that was the quarterback of the future, and things just don't work out. You know, we've seen it in years in the past, you know, when teams get a quarterback and think that's, you know, they can just get a guy and build around, but it just didn't work out for whatever reason. You know, you can look at it, but it just didn't work out in Chicago. And now Fields has another opportunity, you know, to get that label off of him. You know, it was said that he can't be a franchise quarterback. All his attributes, you know, he's just an athletic guy. That's basically the label on Justin Fields. You know, he's an athletic guy with a big arm, you know, inconsistent with his accuracy, his ball placement and things, decision making, you know, things like that. He don't have the basically the mind frame to be a franchise quarterback. Hit or miss with the talent. It's there and then it's not. You know, you see flashes and then you know, he does something to take it away. So, and I know, you know, 3 years, you know, years in Chicago, some people can say they didn't put Justin Fields in the right position to be successful in Chicago, you know, with the weaponry, coaching staff, all that good things. You know, you have to fall into the right system. You know, that's part of it. You know, a lot of people said or asked the question, will Big Ben Roethlisberger be Big Ben Roethlisberger if he would have got drafted to the Cleveland Browns? You know, who knows? You know, so you know, Fields went to Chicago, not really a quarterback friendly team. And then, you know, it just didn't work out. Like I said, for whatever reasons, you can say they didn't put the right pieces. You could say it was on Fields. However, you know, you want to spin it. It just didn't work. Chicago, you know, gave up on Fields, chose to go with a rookie quarterback and Caleb Williams, you know, to lead their team. So that has to be, you know, a motivating factor. And Fields, you know, you're a guy who goes, his work ethic, you can see he has work ethic. He don't shy away from going to work. There's videos out of him throwing, you know, with a few receivers. He was working with Minkah Fitzpatrick earlier on in the season and things like that. So Justin Fields puts in the work. You know, he doesn't shy away from working. And I was just about the translation of the work into some good things on that field. And that's what people are waiting to see. Like I said, Russell Wilson will have first crack at it unless something happens in training camp, and, you know, preseason, he just blow the doors off people or whatever. But you never know. You know, you never know. It's a long season, and you may see Justin Fields sooner than later. But I just think that he's going to be motivated, to prove the bus, to get that bus title off of him, to prove people wrong, to say that he can't lead a franchise, he can't be a franchise quarterback. I think he's motivated to prove that he can be, and Justin Fields is just one of those guys, great guy. Looks like a great teammate, and it looks like he's ready to get whatever he can off of Russ, soak it up, sponge up, and be better. Him and Russ already had a relationship. He said he kept in contact with Russ in the past and things like that. So now hopefully he can learn something from Russ to help him, better his game and become that franchise quarterback that a lot of people feel that he can be, that he feel like he can be, that the Steelers feel like he can be, because they took they invested in him, not much, but they still invested some. So they have faith in him. When the Chicago Bears didn't, the Steelers did, which can ignite fire, under a guy like, hey man, I have another opportunity to do this, another opportunity to prove everybody and Chicago wrong. So it's gonna be, like I said in the beginning, all eyes on both quarterbacks. Russell's probably gonna get the first crack in there, and when Fields get in, it's gonna be very exciting to see, whenever that happens. So which quarterback, like I said, both of them going to come in extremely motivated, big chips on their shoulders, trying to prove both organizations, all the people that doubted them wrong. Like I said, Russell Wilson, they say, Father Time is here. You're done. You don't have it anymore. You can't lead a franchise no more. All that stuff that you did was in the past, and it's a wrap for you. And Russell said, hey, I'm with the Steelers now. I'm still Russ. I'm still cooking. I'm still in the kitchen. I'm still cooking. And here I'm about to put the apron on and whip up something real nice for you guys and let you know that I'm still here. And then, you got Fields, got the bus label. He can't lead a franchise. He's not a franchise quarterback. Hit or miss with the talent. He's just athletic, basically. An athletic guy with a big arm, a big inconsistent arm. And, if your arm is as inconsistent, then you're not going to be able to lead a franchise nowhere, because when it's time for you to make those big plays, that's, you can't be inconsistent with your arm when it's crunch time. So he wants to prove the naysayers wrong, that he can't lead a franchise, and he's not a franchise quarterback. He's not a bust. He want to show him that he is worth that first round pick that the Chicago Bears took on him. So it's going to be interesting to see. So what quarterback do you feel have the bigger chip on their shoulder, and that's going to be, more motivated to play come this season? They're both going to be motivated, but who's going to take that ball and really run with it? So let me know in the comments. And training camp, like I say in previous videos, I'm going to keep saying until it gets here. Training camp can't get here fast enough. Big storylines, and we just want to see, especially this quarterback position, because if you ain't got a quarterback, you basically don't have anything. So and some people say if you got two quarterbacks, you got none. So we'll just have to see what goes on in the near future, starting with training camp. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. And until next time, I'm out.